Hello, artists. I'm so excited that you've decided to join us for the art session for Fine Arts Night tonight. So, I'm sorry I can't be there in person, but I have a wonderful watercolor landscape project for us to do together. And I'm going to be guiding you through step by step in just a minute, but I want you to make sure you have your cup of water, your paintbrush, your watercolor set, and your watercolor paper ready, and we'll get started. Our featured artist today is Georgia O'Keeffe, and these are some mountains that she painted. These two are photographs that were taken near her home, and this is actually her home in New Mexico. And these are the paintings that she painted. And this is a mountain you see that's right in front of her home, and she painted it over and over again, and this is just one of those paintings. So we're going to use some really fun, rich colors and layers to make our own beautiful mountain scene. Here are a couple of examples that I have painted, and you can use the landscape or the portrait orientation when you're doing your watercolor tonight, and either one works well for this project. So I'm going to start with a fun sky with lots of color. It's kind of a sunset sky. I'm going to use a little bit of white, and I'm going to mix it with some fun colors like pink, orange, red, and yellow. Plenty of water, and I'm going to come all the way down to a little below halfway. Keep adding water, plenty of water. Sunset skies can be just about any color you like. I've seen purple, pink, red, all kinds of beautiful sunset skies. Just choose your favorite color combination and have some fun with it. Now I'm ready to add some mountains. I'm going to start with some green. I want to have just a line of mountains that's kind of a jagged row of mountains off in the distance. Got some pale green. I'm going to just barely overlap what I did earlier with the sky colors. And a little yellow to my green here as I go. Just want a pale row off in the distance. When things are far away, the atmosphere makes the mountains look pale. Next, I'm going to move on to some blue, kind of a pale blue as well, with mix a little bit of gray in with my blue, gray and white here, so that my this row of mountains is a little closer, a little different color. I'm going to make the next row be a little even a little darker. I'm going to add a little black to my blue this time. The next thing I'm going to do is add some trees in the foreground, like you see here. I'm just going to use some black and add those trees as a silhouette. All right, I'm going to just start with some lines to show where I want my trees to be. These will be the tree trunks. So a silhouette is a dark shape or outline of something that's visible against a lighter background. So in this case, we've got this lighter background of the sunset sky and the mountains off in the distance. So there's a little forest of trees here. I'm going to draw some tree trunks here, put some tree trunks in. Some lines of tree trunks, different heights trees. Some of the trees might be closer, some are farther away. Things are closer, they look bigger. So the bigger trees are probably the ones that are going to be closer to us. There's also some vegetation on the ground down here. The silhouette just shows little tufts here. Since it's a silhouette, we don't have to worry about color. We're just using black. We can start at the bottom of each of these trees. And as we go up, we're going to make these evergreens that are kind of tall and pointy, kind of like a triangular shape. The ones that are far away look smaller, but I can see here the ones that are closer. See a little more. There are hundreds of different kinds of evergreens out there, so some of them have thicker branches, some of them you can see right through, so whichever way you do yours is fine. whether you can see right through it or whether it's a little bit more solid. Again, there's no wrong way here. There's no wrong way to do this project. I don't want to get black in my sky, so I'm going to be careful not to touch up here with paint on my hands. Got a nice thick forest here, trees. See a little bit through the trees, you can see a little bit of that mountain off in the distance. It looks cool. Now I can decide if I want to have, maybe I'll have another tree over here a little further. It's a little bit more visible, standing alone. Decide how many trees you want to add. I'll make it a little thicker right in the middle of some of my trees because there are branches on the other side as well here. All right, so I'm happy with mine. I hope you're happy with yours. If you wanted to add a sun, like this one has the sun right here, you could go back in after it's dry. You can take some white, just load your paintbrush. Don't get too much water, but lots of white on your paintbrush, and you can make a little circle of white right in the middle as for a sun as the sun's going down. I hope you enjoyed making your very own watercolor landscape. And if you'd like to send me a picture, I'd love to see them. Just send me an email with a picture attached, picture of your watercolor or you holding your watercolor would be great. And I'll post them on the art website in the gallery there. I'll look forward to seeing you guys soon. Take care. Good night.